Well, I think Fame and Muscle Shoals Music is here because we're fiercely independent. We've been doing business with Bank Independent since the 70s, and to know that they've got our back, it means a lot. We've always been there, and it's always just been a phone call away.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather, live at 5.
It's been a partly sunny to mostly cloudy and warm afternoon across the Tennessee Valley on this Monday. Here's a live look at the Arctic Air Skycam network. Starting in Lawrenceburg, you see high-level cloud cover thickening up across the area. We have seen some attempts at showers go up across the area. That's where you see the puffy towers go up, but we have a warm air capping layer on the atmosphere this afternoon. It's making it hard for any attempts at showers and thunderstorms so far to really get through that and develop this afternoon. So we've been mainly quiet across the area, and I think for the most part, many of us likely to stay quiet through the evening and the overnight of tonight. 83 degrees in Lawrenceburg, dew point 69. It has been in the 70s at times this afternoon. So a warm, muggy atmosphere. Wind currently southwest at 4 miles per hour. Slide down to the Shoals. This is at the University of North Alabama in Florence atop Rivers Hall. We're looking back southeast toward Wilson Dam as we usually do. 86 degrees here, the muggy dew point of 70 in place. West-southwest wind currently here at 4 miles per hour. You see the milky upper level clouds here, and then the spotty, puffy, lower level cumulus clouds across the Shoals as well. Not much going on live Viper Doppler radar. There have been some spotty showers up in the portions of Murray County this afternoon. Some isolated thunder showers up closer to the Nashville metro currently, but nothing severe. We have a few spotty thunder showers off in the West Tennessee and the eastern Arkansas. None of those have been severe either. There's a tiny chance of 1 or 2 storms this evening or overnight that could have some small hail or gusty winds, but I think for the most part, we're going to be good here for the overnight. I just can't guarantee that we won't have 1 or 2 isolated spotty strong storms with small hail or gusty winds into the mid to upper 80s for most of us this afternoon here, with otherwise partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies. Back to the west, that's the main storm system, and you do see severe storms developing from Kansas and Missouri down through Oklahoma. There are tornado watches over there. That system is the one that will be moving east and will give our risk of strong to severe thunderstorms Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening. We still have a level 3 out of 5 risk of severe weather across all of the viewing area. This is mainly the afternoon and the evening of tomorrow. We'll give an overall timeline of 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. across the highlighted counties here that we serve across southern Middle Tennessee, North Alabama, and far northeast Mississippi. The core of that threat, I think, is roughly 4 to 8, but anywhere as early as 2 p.m. all the way through 10 p.m., we'll have to watch carefully for an elevated risk of strong to severe thunderstorms. Supercells are possible, if not likely, tomorrow, which means that tornadoes will be on the table, and there could be a few strong tornadoes, which is EF2 or stronger. That's not a guarantee. This does not look like some high-end violent tornado outbreak, but there are just enough ingredients in place that if we see any individual supercells get off by themselves tomorrow afternoon and evening, or if there are supercell structures embedded within the final line ahead of the cold front, a couple tornadoes that develop could be strong. That's not a guarantee that it's going to hit your specific house or your specific town your specific county. What we're doing, we're fencing in the area where the ingredients are equally favorable. It's kind of like having cows out in your pasture. You put the fence up, you know that there are going to be cows somewhere in that fence at a specific time range through the day, but you don't know exactly what part of the pasture they're going to be grazing in at a specific time in the afternoon until you actually get out there and you look at them at that specific time of the afternoon. It's going to be the same thing with the thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Can't tell you exactly specifically where, what town will or will not get hit. It's an equal threat across a large area that runs all the way from southern Kentucky through western and middle Tennessee, the northern half of Alabama, and the northern half of Mississippi. Anywhere within there, those supercells could develop and these are the threats. It is an elevated threat in our area because we are included in those equally favorable conditions, but it's not a guarantee that Lawrence County, Tennessee will get a strong tornado, or Lauderdale County, Alabama will get a strong tornado. But that's never how this works. It never has been how it worked. This is a tap on your shoulder to let you know what the atmosphere is capable of tomorrow afternoon to tomorrow evening. In addition to a tornado threat, damaging straight line winds with some of the storms may be as high as 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, maybe a gust or two up to 80 miles an hour. Some of the storms tomorrow afternoon and evening may produce hail to the size of golf balls or even larger. And if we do see a clustered up area of thunderstorms, there could be enough locally heavy rainfall for some isolated flash flooding across the area. Again, main time frame 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. for our Tuesday afternoon and our evening. Futurecast kind of overdoing shower activity, and as we go into the evening, a lot of this light activity you will see is actually just the model showing the anvil blow off from thunderstorms to the west, and then overdoing the mid and upper level moisture and making it look like it's rainfall. If I were to put the surface rainfall rate product from the model in here, it's completely dry. So this actually isn't rain reaching the ground in the model. However, having said that, I can't completely rule out a couple of isolated spotty storms during the evening, during the overnight, or toward daybreak. And if one develops, one or two, they could have some gusty winds or some small hail, and there's a small chance of a stray severe thunderstorm warning. It's just not looking like a big threat tonight. Toward daybreak, we'll be waking up upper 60s, lower 70s. It's going to feel really warm and muggy out there. It's going to feel like a storm day. Gusty winds tomorrow out of the south to southwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour at times, warming into the mid 80s tomorrow afternoon. And then by 2 or 3 o'clock, this is what we're going to have to start watching. The computer model shows us here, these scattered individual storms developing out of North Mississippi into southern middle Tennessee and northwest Alabama. Don't pay attention to the exact specific time that the model has a storm at an exact specific town. That's not how this works. It gives you an overall visual aid to show what the radar may look like as we go into the afternoon. You get the overall trend of it and the flavor of the storms, the character of the storms, and the general area that they develop in. That's how that works. And the model does show some supercell thunderstorms developing over the area tomorrow afternoon. These would be the ones with the higher tornado threat. And then as we go towards 7, 8, 9 o'clock, things cluster or line up. However, there would still be some degree of a tornado threat even with those type of storms. Once we get toward 10 p.m., things are on east of our viewing area, and for the counties that we serve, that the threat will be ending by that time. Now, you may have heard about this on the internet and such. The NOAA weather radios, the radios that tone out the alerts from the National Weather Service for the counties that are served by the Nashville National Weather Service. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. And then the Birmingham National Weather Service, there's an outage. It's not decided by them. They don't have any power to change it or reschedule it, and it's not the fault of the local offices. It's determined at the national headquarters. However, in these red counties, the NOAA weather radio transmitters will not be working tomorrow, and you're going to have multiple reliable ways of hearing warnings. The transmitters that are from the Huntsville office in North Alabama, they're just fine. They will be functioning as normal. But if you're in the Tennessee counties highlighted in red or the North Alabama counties highlighted in red, you're going to have multiple reliable ways of hearing warnings tomorrow. And we want you to do that even if the weather radios are working correctly. One really good way for you to be alerted is the free Tennessee Valley Weather app. You can download that in the Apple App Store or Google Play, or scan the QR code there on the screen. In addition to push notifications for watches and warnings in your area, you get the interactive radar, the hourly and 7-day forecast, and you can watch our live streaming coverage in the app, including when you're in your safe place. Now, we also do have a subscription call service. It's called Weather Call. We partnered with Weather Call to provide this. It's at tnvalleyweather.com/store. You go to our website, you go to the store tab. It is a subscription service to the company that is partnered with us, but it will call your phone. And this is really good for elderly folks or folks that don't travel a lot, or for you to be waking up during the overnight. Now, most of this will be when most people are awake, but this is a good service for the overnight as well. This will call your phone, and you will either hear Ben or you will hear myself giving you the warning information if your specific area is in a warning. These are two good ways to get the warnings tomorrow when severe weather develops. That subscription service, it is a subscription, but it averages $15 a year, which is just over $1 a month. And that's the vendor that does that subscription, and we partner with them is how that works. If any of these counties tomorrow get a tornado warning across southern Middle Tennessee, North Alabama, Northeast Mississippi, we will be live nonstop with severe weather coverage. These 16 counties you see highlighted in blue are our viewing area, and these are the counties that we serve. And that weather radio outage does not impact us. It does not impact smartphone apps. It does not impact the weather call service. It does not impact TV stations. It does not impact FM or AM radio. It's only impactful to those NOAA weather radio transmitters. We will be here to track the thunderstorms, and we will provide coverage of any warnings that are issued tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night, and that's the counties we serve. So afternoon and evening, strong to severe thunderstorms. There could be an isolated thunderstorm as early as the morning, but the severe weather threat tomorrow starts as early as 2 p.m., going through about 10 p.m., and then things wind down overnight. Mid-80s, as warm as that tomorrow afternoon. And then maybe an overnight shower Wednesday night into Thursday with a small disturbance on the back side of the upper level trough swinging across. I only have a 20% chance of that on the board, but we saw a similar situation last week with a few thunder showers on the backside of an upper level system. They weren't severe, but they had a few spotty rain showers and rumbles of thunder. It could be the same thing Wednesday night and into Thursday. Clear skies, it looks like, for Friday, and then chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms each day comes back to the Memorial Day weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Memorial Day Monday itself. There's Look Your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock with another check of your local weather.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.